I did some work in here last night without the camera recording. Can you see what has happened? Not complete, but almost. I have cookie on my face. I'll probably find out in editing. I'll probably end up putting it in there anyhow. I had a birthday the other day. It was very fun.
Anymore on Channel 4. What's the other one? On
Stay Alive, Channel 5.
Stay Alive, yeah. You know what it means. It all means happy birthday. And if you don't remember that one, you can say, my name is Zoom and I live on the moon.
Anyhow, back to the discussion. I got the ceiling up on most of the ambulance except for this front section here and this one that's going to be kind of pushed up there against there. Won't be no space there. Unless I all of a sudden decide I want to go ahead and do a space in there, but originally I was just going to keep that tight to save headroom for going up into the bedroom. Headroom in the bedroom. Yay! That's so weird. Sorry. A little strange. In between working on this, editing videos, I've been doing Code Academy and a little frustrated with it. Been trying to share my account with my friend. However, it makes Code Academy not work, so we're going to have to force her to do her own Code Academy. And I'm enjoying it. It's fun. It's kind of like a puzzle game. Let me clean up here. No, it's still a mess. Never mind. It's just going to stay that way. Anyhow, I'm to the point that I'm going to have to mess with the back of the ambulance. Everything up here that needs to be done right now is either I need to buy a tub or build a tub, and I need to build the kitchen area because most of this stuff up here is just finessing stuff, and I need to have the rest of the stuff in to work on it. So I need to actually work on the back of the ambulance and get that done on the outside so I can finish it up on the inside. I've pushed it as far out as I could. I know it doesn't look complete up here, but for the most part it is very complete. A lot of it relies on measurements back there to make this right. We got everything except for the inverter hooked up, which I'm probably going to do that today. And cables ran and wires ran. And the lighting I could actually start putting up now. All I need to do is finish running this up here and hooking that up. And I need to get a more appropriate bolt up here on the ceiling to tie everything in. Also, I need to start picking out my my matching colors, because paint's a lot easier to clean up and paint the walls and everything else. And I need to clean the floor up so bad. The floor needs to be clean because I need to access the underfloor storage so I can run my AC and my power and all my other lines. Plus, I need to test the water system. I have not done that because it's been too cold to do that. Last night was the first night that I actually was able to get the heater to actually run longer than 20 seconds because I put the heater core and got the fan going on the heater core. And having that fan on the heater core really did warm it up quite a bit in here. And if I continued running it, it'd probably be up to a very nice temperature in here, even though it's like 20 some odd degrees outside. So that's a future project, the rest of the electrical and wiring and programming, which is why I'm learning programming. That being said, there's a little bit of work on the heater core up here. I found out why that's not running. Mainly this wires need to be routed and this needs to be hooked up better. And that's going to be done today. Probably going to move the expansion tank for the hot water heater system outside. I thought about leaving it inside, but all truth, it's needs to be higher up, and it's not going to hurt it having it outside because it's all glycol and antifreeze anyhow. That being said, my antenna, I talked with a friend, it'd be better to have it on the driver's side. However, I think it's going to work better on the passenger side because I'm going to have so much stuff there anyhow. It basically, where the antenna mast goes up, it's going to make that whole vertical space unusable for anything else. And I want to have some other storage back here, so if I put the glycol mixture back there, and I have the heater back there, and if I have the antenna mass that goes up and down, it'll take up the rest of the space, which will actually make it more usable. Makes it a little more dangerous with trees and everything else, because that's always the side, but I figure if it's already back there, it survived all the trees. And then on this side, I can put the some of the spare fuel containers, some of the outside storage. The trash storage is going on the door. I found out they had this giant bag for the trash storage. Probably what I'll end up doing is doing a quick sketch up on it, so I know what the goal is, so I can keep my focus on it and start working on it. I am going to go ahead and cut the doors in half and weld that up. Also, probably going to take the bumper off and put a new metal bumper on it. The aluminum bumper is just fine. It's like half-inch aluminum for ambulance, but being that 6 out a foot on the back, and it's a foot stand, but I already lost my ability to crawl in and out the back door because I raised the floor up 18 inches or so many inches. So there's no point in keeping the doors opening. I can actually move the license plates. That's the only thing that's down there is a license plate, and I'm probably going to end up moving my brake lights up a little bit higher too. And if I take that off or even leave it there, I don't know, bump that bumper out, I could actually have a pretty good outside storage space out there. You know how most RVs have a rack that hangs off the back of the RV that looks like it's falling off just to hold all their stuff. Outside storage is necessary, very much so necessary. So if I do that, it'll give me roughly a foot square, 8 foot long of outside storage, which is a lot of storage outside. Plus, it'll allow it to give me more ground clearance, which is very necessary on the back of the rig. Plus, I'm not extending the length any longer than what it already is, and I can hook up a hitch mount so I can tow, which would be a very, very good thing to be able to tow. Tow a trailer, tow whatever I want. Towing is a necessity. Well, it will be a necessity. Future plans. I'll keep those quiet until we cross that bridge, but right now I need to make that all ready for all that area back there. Plus, I will probably drop a little flat toe thing on the back of the one door that I planned on opening to access, so I can have a bicycle hanging out there. That being said, that's a lot of work for the back of it, but I'm slowly working on little projects in the background to get it done. I did get all the marker lights and everything hooked up to the point that I could drive it down the road at this point. However, a construction mess is dangerous driving down the road. So until I have either the construction mess cleaned up or most of it built, I'm probably not going to drive down the road with it as of right now. It's nice today. Also, I am probably going to crawl up on the roof and finish installing the solar panels either today or tomorrow, depending on the temperatures. It's nice enough today I can do it, but there's also no wind, and no wind is excellent weather for welding. And being that I'm going to cut the door in half and weld it up, it would be a good idea to actually do that today. And it'll be awkward angles and everything else, but it would be nice to have it done. It'd be nice to have that back wall done, and the tub done, and the kitchen done, and the toilet done, and the couch in. I say couch, I'm actually planning on putting a couch in here. I'm not planning on building a couch just because I like the comfort of having a other one. But if I do decide to build a couch, it'll be a little love seat, and it'll take up, what, 4? Where are we at? Almost 8 feet. That's about as much room as I had to play with the couch there, which is enough room for me to lay down there and have a fancy couch and have the bathroom and everything else. So we'll have to attach it to the floor somehow and get some more storage. If not, I end up building a couch. It's going to be a really poofy and thick foam couch. But, yeah, and there's going to be a workbench in here somewhere somehow. I don't know how, but there is going to be a workbench. Researching all the stuff I need for the rest of it. I smelled a little bit antifreeze. I don't know if it's antifreeze, if it's a leak, or if it's something else. We will find out. little bit later on. As soon as I get this part done, we'll add the lights in here. We'll prime it and then add the lights. And we'll be basically ready to drive down the road, minus some curtains. And moving stuff in. But I put off the back area because I wasn't sure. I know I really want to work on that. So get that done. I still got a lot more electrical to install, but I got everything hooked up. Other than I will get the AC line hooked up where I can hang it out and have the inverter tied in and charging my new lithium batteries that I've had for the last 2 years. It's been around for a while longer than that. So I think I'll pull the camera in here, we'll mess with that. Computer, I'll pull the computer in here, we'll mess with that. I still need to hook up the block heater too. And it's tied into it. It's really ugly electrical right now. I tried to do my best to make it organized, but I'll probably end up rebuilding these relay boards to something a little bit more well organized. So it is what it is. And this area is going to get more finesse because this is where my control center is going to be, I think. It'll probably be up here because I still want the storage to set stuff here, but I'll put a little control center right up in here. And that way, even if I'm laying in bed, I can hit something if there's an emergency to shut it down at night. Or, and I might have an emergency stop button inside the cab with me. I don't know. We'll figure that out. But yeah, we're coming along. Last night, doing the roof actually moved us along quite well. Yeah. I need to fix the holes too. I'm going to turn this thing around, I think. Yep, I'm going to have to turn this thing around. I'm tired of doing the builds, I'm tired of it. I'm a little burnt out on it. It is what it is, but at this point I really just want to get done and move forward. And I want to stop having supply chain shortage because I have all this stuff in my head that I know what I need, but I can't find it because the supply chain is short. Okay, that's good. See y'all in a bit.